Hi students, hope all of you are safe and fine. I am happy to teach this session for you. I thank God for giving me this opportunity. Today's lesson, Categories of Computers and Computer Languages, Part 5. Let's begin. In the last class, I already taught you about the type of mobile computers, but today I'll explain it in more detail. The types of mobile computers are notebook, smartphones, e-book reader, PMP and tablet. In the last class, I asked you a question on PMP. I asked you what is the full form of PMP. So I gave you a clue, an example. Apple iPod was the example. So PMP is Portable Media Player or Portable Music Player. Hope everyone would have found out beforehand. So that is the answer for the question. And the next one is tablet. So we'll see about notebook in detail. What is a notebook? Notebook is the smaller version of a laptop. It is a low power notebook computer. The notebook computer is smaller in size than the laptop and it has low power. It cannot run very fast, it cannot store more data, but that is why it is called as low power notebook computer. It is smaller than a laptop. It usually does not have a DVD drive. Every laptop has a DVD, the CD player, the CD drive is there in every laptop, but in notebook computers, in notebook laptop, there is no DVD drive. So the difference is the notebook computer has low power, it is smaller than a laptop and it does not have a DVD drive. So you have to remember 3 points. First one is low power, second one is it is smaller than a laptop, then the third one is it usually does not have a DVD drive. The example is the Asus EEE PC. So here I have shown you a picture of a notebook computer. It actually looks like a laptop, but when you compare it with the normal laptop, its size is smaller. So when you keep it near another laptop, you will understand that it is smaller than the laptop, but here it looks like a laptop only. So we'll go to the next topic. Yes, the smartphones. We have already seen smartphones. Everyone might be having a smartphones, or your parents will be having a smartphone. So smartphone is nowadays it is very common. Everyone use smartphones. So a smartphone is the combination of a mobile phone and a computer system. So you can call, you can make calls, you can attend calls. So that is called a mobile phone. You can do whatever you are doing in a computer system. So both these are combined and is called as a smartphone. Mobile phone and computer system combined together is a smartphone. The smartphone can be used in various ways with the availability of internet. If you have internet connection with your smartphone, like if you have Airtel SIM, you will have Airtel Netpack also. So that is called internet. That is through Netpacks only you use internet. Otherwise you will have Wi-Fi at your home. So through that you are using internet. When you use internet, you can access various forms of internet, various forms of websites and applications. In mobile phones and smartphones, you have Play Store where you can download applications. When you use a computer system or a laptop, you cannot download applications. Instead, you open it through a website. So when you have internet connection, you can access social networks, emails, you can book tickets for a movie or for a travel. You can book tickets for trains, aeroplanes, for everything you can use your smartphone. You can do online shopping through Amazon, Flipkart. So there are lots of online shopping websites like Big Basket. So when you use your smartphone, you can download apps like Amazon, Flipkart and Big Basket. But when you use your computer, you can just open your website. The Big Basket's website you can open, but you cannot download the app. Only through smartphones you can download apps. Finally, the online banking. Your parents might be using online banking. If you ask them, you can find out more details about that. You need not go directly to the bank and transfer money. Instead, you can use online banking and do whatever you want to do. Maybe you can transfer money from one account to another. So that can be done through online banking. If you go to the bank and ask for online access, they'll give you a password, username and password. With that you can access the online banking. So that is the advantages of smartphones. So next one, you can also access online banking through computers, but if it is a Kotak Bank, for example, you can download the Kotak Bank's app in your smartphone. If you use your computer, you have to go to the Kotak Bank's website. So that is the difference. So we'll go to the next topic. E-book reader. So this is the e-book reader's picture. I've already shown you the e-book reader's picture in the previous class. So this is another picture where you can see a person using it. So that is why I have put up this picture for you to see how they use it. You can even read books, news, everything you can read through e-book reader. An e-book reader is a small handheld device. It is a handheld device. It looks like a tablet, but it is not a tablet. It is a e-book reader. So like a tablet, you can use it. You can hold it in your hand and use it. It is used to read e-books and digital media. It is mainly used to read storybooks. E-books is a form of storybooks in the electronic basis. So that is called as e-books. And digital media, whatever comes in written form in the media is called as digital media. The written form of books that comes in the online are called as digital media. It is used to read e-books and digital media. Example, Paperwhite Kindle. You would have seen in Amazon about Kindle. If you pay money for Kindle, you can use it as a whatever books are released in e-format can be used in Kindle. So that is called as Paperwhite Kindle is one of the example of e-book readers. Hope you are clear about the e-book reader. We'll go to the next topic. Tablets. So I already told you about tablets in the previous class. I'll tell you in detail. The tablet, and this is the picture of the tablet. You can see it when I explain about it. A tablet is a small portable computer which comes with a touch screen instead of a keyboard or a mouse. The tablet does not have a keyboard or a mouse. It just has a screen. So touchscreen technology is introduced in tablets. So when you use a tablet, you don't need a computer. You don't need a keyboard or a mouse. Instead, you can use your finger and touch the touch screen and use it. You can also use a pen-like thing will be given with the laptop. With the tablets. So you can also use that stylus pen. Example, Apple iPad, Microsoft Surface tablet. These are topmost companies who manufacture iPad or the tablet. So Apple's tablet is called as iPad. Microsoft tablet is called as Surface tablet. Okay, we'll go to the next topic. PMP. This is our most favorite topic, isn't it? I already gave you one question on it. So many of you found the answer and commented on Google Classroom. So those who did not know the answer, I am going to explain it to you. So PMP is a portable media player or portable music player. A portable media player is an electronic device that stores and plays music, images, videos, and so on. So you can use your PMP to play music and listen to it, or you can also watch videos. Whatever you store in your memory of the PMP, you can use, and you can listen to music, you can watch music, you can see images. In some PMPs you can also take pictures, you can also take photos. So that is about PMP. The example is Apple iPod. I have also shown you a picture of the PMP. It has menus. You can forward, you can pause, you can play, you can come back, you can listen to the next song. So you have all those things in a PMP. It is a very small device. Sometimes it is even smaller than a mobile phone or a smartphone. Nowadays touchscreen technology is also introduced in PMPs. In your book there is no example given for PMP, so please just make a note of what I have given here. So the type of mobile computers is over. We are going to the next topic, the game consoles. If a question is asked on mobile computers, you have to write what is a mobile computer, everything about mobile computers, and also you have to write the types of mobile computers. It is if the question is asked on mobile computers. If the question is asked about types of mobile computers, you have to name out the types and then explain the types as well. Okay, and for everything you have to give examples. So game consoles. So everybody must be liking to play games in your computer, right? So game console is a device used to play computer games on a television. So some of you must be knowing about this. If you like playing games, and if you started playing games in your computer, you must be knowing about this topic. It is a device used to play computer games in a television screen. You can connect the joystick or whatever you are using, whatever device you are using for to play the computer game. You have to connect it to the television, and you can download the game and you can start playing on a television. The user plays the game with a controller, which is a handheld device with buttons on it. The controller is the device you are using to play games on a television, to control the game on the television. So that is called as a controller. The controller is most of the time it is held with the user's hand. It can be held in the user's hand, and you can operate it using buttons which are on top of it. I have shown you a picture of the game console. So PlayStation is one of the example of game console. The example is Microsoft Xbox and Sony PlayStation. See the picture on it, there are buttons on it to operate, and you can hold it in your hand. Handles are given. And this is the game console. Next is the embedded computer. A computer that is integrated with another device is called an embedded computer. A computer that is integrated with another device is called an embedded computer. What is the meaning of integrated? Integrated is, the meaning of integrated is combined together. Combined, if two things are combined together, it is called as integrated. A computer that is integrated with another device is called an embedded computer. Okay, I'll explain it more in detail. Then you'll understand the what is the meaning of embedded computer. So you would have seen an automatic, fully automatic washing machine. So everybody will be having an automatic washing machine at your home. So on top of the washing machine, you'll have buttons. If you press the buttons, it will work according to it. So how does it work automatically just with the press of a button? Have you ever thought of it? Because a programmed computer, a computer which is already programmed just to play a washing machine or just to activate the washing machine, is stored on the washing machine, but it does not do anything. Just to it only just activates the washing machine. So it performs, it does not perform any other operation other than activating the washing machine. Whatever is needed for a washing machine, like wash, rinse, water level, everything is controlled just with the program. Whatever you press, it will activate. Okay, so that is an embedded computer. Computer integrated with another device. The another device is washing machine. So computer integrated with washing machine is called an embedded computer. Not only washing machine, you have fridges, like not the normal ordinary fridge. You have automatic cooling sensation fridges, so that has buttons on top of it. So those kind of fridges, microwave oven, everything which has buttons. So those are called embedded computers. A computer that is integrated, that is combined with another device like microwave oven or washing machine, is called an embedded computer. Understood? Is it clear? It performs operations of that particular device. That particular device may be a microwave oven or a washing machine. It performs the operations of that particular device. It is also referred as a microcontroller. The other name of the embedded computer is microcontroller. You should not forget it. If it is asked in a one word answer, you should remember embedded computers are otherwise called as microcontroller. So that's it for today. I hope you understood this embedded computer topic. It is little bit tricky. When you just read it, you will not understand. Only with what I have told you, only with the example I have given you, you can understand. But you should not write examples, because the example of washing machine or microwave oven is not given in your book. I have just told you to understand what is an embedded computer. Okay, a computer that is integrated with another device is called an embedded computer. You should write the definition and the second point, how it operates. It performs operations of that particular device, and it is also called as microcontroller. Only these 3 points you have to write. Do not write examples. I have told you to understand about the topic. Okay, yes. So that's it for